It's worse when we're talking about or hearing speculation about you fighting somebody that literally fights 3 weight divisions.
Excited, you know, this is the biggest fight of my career if it happened, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Crawford?
Yeah.
I think Canelo just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing.
Stephen A. Smith delivered a strong warning to Terence Crawford during a live interview where he clearly spoke against a fight with Canelo Álvarez. He said he does not like the matchup at all and believes it would be a very poor choice. According to Smith, Crawford is naturally much smaller than Canelo by nearly 3 weight divisions, which makes the fight unfair. He urged Crawford to seriously reconsider because the difference in size and power could place him in real danger.
To the idea of Crawford versus Canelo.
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who faced Canelo back in 2016, shared a serious warning for Crawford. Khan explained that he ignored the weight gap and paid the price while calling Canelo a monster inside the ring. He admitted that the fight taught him a hard lesson and showed him clearly why weight classes exist and must be respected.
The beast, man. Canelo the beast, and you know, when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career then as well. So, whoever I was gonna fight, I was gonna give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But yeah, I was boxing well. But you know, one thing, size. There's now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, you know. I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight. You know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight. I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more.
Boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. spoke very directly when giving his opinion. He said Crawford should stay away from a fight with Canelo at 168 pounds because he believes Crawford would be knocked out. Chavez said he respects Crawford's talent, but feels that at super middleweight Canelo is simply too strong and too powerful with many years of experience in boxing. He made it clear that this warning should be taken seriously.
The 2 fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo is going to knock him out.
Despite all the warnings, Crawford remains confident in his belief and has openly said he has faced fighters bigger than Canelo before and trusts his skills to be enough to win. He believes Canelo's biggest advantage is his size and not his boxing ability. This strong confidence is a major reason fans respect and admire him. Crawford has never backed away from difficult fights and always believes he can find a way to win, but many experts still feel that facing Canelo at 168 pounds would be a completely different and much tougher challenge.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you named is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo though?
It's a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like I always have respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
During a live interview, Smith delivered a clear warning and said Crawford is simply too small for this fight. He explained that jumping up 3 weight classes is a massive move, and history shows it almost never favors the smaller boxer. Smith made it clear that he respects Crawford's ability but believes the size difference would be a major issue. He said Crawford should abandon the idea and added that even if Crawford lands clean punches, they may not be strong enough to trouble someone as powerful as Canelo.
What I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Álvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3. And then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago. Because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Respected coach Joel Diaz also shared a strong opinion and said the idea of Crawford beating Canelo is not realistic. He pointed to the large size difference and reminded everyone that Canelo has already beaten top fighters at super middleweight and even at light heavyweight based on his experience as a trainer. Diaz believes this matchup is clearly uneven and feels it could end in a bad situation for Crawford.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Álvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing.
A lot.
Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Álvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything.
Sean Garcia shared a similar opinion and said that while Crawford is a great boxer, Canelo's size and experience make the fight extremely hard. Garcia explained that no matter how skilled Crawford is, Canelo is simply too big for him. Stephen A. Smith also praised Crawford's talent and success at welterweight, but raised an important concern. He questioned whether Crawford could truly hurt Canelo. Smith said that even if Crawford boxes well, it will not matter if his punches are not strong enough to get Canelo's respect. Without enough power to keep Canelo cautious, Crawford could be putting himself in a very dangerous position.
Body this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off of him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Álvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Fortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it.
Promoter Eddie Hearn described the matchup as a freak fight. He said that while he respects both Crawford and Canelo, the size difference makes it feel more like a spectacle than a true competition. Hearn explained that even if Crawford performs well, many fans may not fully value it because of how much bigger Canelo is. He also added that if Canelo wins, people may not give him much praise either, since most would see it as a result that was expected from the beginning.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35, 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Álvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Trainer Robert Garcia shared a different viewpoint and said many fans are simply not excited about this matchup. He believes the boxing world would rather watch Crawford fight someone closer to his own size or a top opponent at 154 or 160 pounds. Garcia explained that this fight feels forced and unnatural. In his opinion, it lacks the fair balance and true competition that usually make a boxing match exciting, memorable, and special for fans.
I want to see Crawford versus Canelo. I think people are going to say, oh, that's too much. Moving up 2 more weight divisions, 2 more. Thank you, man. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that'll bring that much attention anymore, because I think if you go out there and destroy this guy, then okay, he can move up and fight against Canelo. But I think it'll be hard for people to buy that, that he could fight somebody like Canelo, because Canelo's just too big. That's 2 weight divisions.
A boxing analyst shared a serious opinion about Crawford versus Canelo. He said many people might feel the fight is too much since Crawford would be moving up 2 weight divisions. He explained that if Crawford had just defeated his current opponent in a dominant way, then moving up to face Canelo might make sense, but otherwise it will be hard for fans to believe he can compete. The analyst added that he has seen Canelo's power up close and doubts Crawford could handle it. While he respects Crawford's skill and toughness, he pointed out that taking punches at 168 pounds is a completely different challenge, and even one clean shot from Canelo could change the fight entirely.
Man Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tough.
Will pay the bill. That's why Canelo's skillful too.
Check out the projected odds that came out. One of the odds projectors say Canelo is opening up as the favorite, -130. Crawford is +100. That's damn near 50-50. Another one says Canelo Álvarez is the favorite, -185. Crawford is the underdog, only +55. Let me tell you something. If those are the odds on my booking come day one, I'm max betting Canelo Álvarez. I could give a damn. If y'all mean to tell me that y'all think it's 50-50, I'ma empty my account on Canelo Álvarez. I don't have to bet KO, none of that shit. If y'all think it's that close, I'ma empty my account. $30,000, I can give a shit. I'm about to come up. I was gonna bet on Crawford thinking he'd be the huge underdog.
In a conversation with veteran boxing journalist Dan Raphael, Stephen A. Smith again expressed doubts about Crawford's chances of winning. Raphael disagreed on one point, saying Crawford would not take the fight just for money but would go in determined to win. He acknowledged it would be an enormous challenge and said Crawford would need to deliver an almost perfect performance just to have any real chance against Canelo.
Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Álvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go back way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media, and I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention, and he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hyped about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round 1, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A., that was 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, do any damage. Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov, people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Álvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think really.
Former super middleweight champion Carl Froch spoke out against the fight, saying it would not be a fair matchup. He believes the gap in size and strength is too large, and that Crawford would struggle to match someone as physically powerful as Canelo. Froch warned that fans hoping for an exciting fight could end up disappointed.
There he goes. Now that is a fight that I'm expecting to be very good. I think it's going to be tough for Crawford. He's not big enough, I don't think. He's just not got that side. Don't get me wrong, he'll stack some pounds on and he'll grow. He's obviously bigger than his fight weight, but Canelo Álvarez has been up at light heavyweight. I know he's been up at light heavyweight. He beat Kovalev, and then he's dropped back down now to super middle because he's probably not big enough for light heavyweight. Lost to Bivol, and he's probably realised actually that's probably a step too far. But Terence Crawford, was he 147 pound, one of the best to do it in the business. But to come up, we know what it's like when people come up from welterweight and try and succeed a couple of weight divisions above their weight. It's tough.
Despite all the warnings and doubts, Terence Crawford still wants the fight, and many fans support him for his drive and willingness to take on tough challenges. Crawford has never shied away from risks, and for him this match could be a career-defining moment if he pulls off an upset. It is a huge gamble, but the possible reward has grabbed the attention of boxing fans around the world.
I just feel if Terence Crawford's going to have a fight again, and I look at the options on the table, there's no one he wants to fight 154 pounds. There isn't. He doesn't want to fight Fundora. He's not going to fight Virgil Ortiz. He's not going to fight Boychuk. These aren't sexy names. These are just not names that even gets out for a jog for. The only name he wants to fight is Canelo. So for me, I feel like I'm more closer to Crawford fighting than Crawford not fighting. And if Crawford's going to fight, then it has to be Canelo. But look, we'll see. That's a dream one for me. I think I said that on my wish list for 2025. I said Crawford, Canelo. I think all the others will come true. I just want this one to come true. It's a crazy fight. There's almost too much weight between the two, but I agree. Hey, this is boxing.
Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua offered a more optimistic view. He acknowledged the size difference, but said the real question is who wants it more. Joshua believes that if Crawford stays focused and trains the right way, he could still surprise everyone. He added that Crawford has something to prove, and that kind of drive can push a fighter to perform beyond what anyone expects.
No, so that would be good. And then I feel like Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. showed us that weight is good. Like, there are weight categories for a reason, but providing they're both skilled and talented, there's not much difference in weight. It's just who wants to win. And watching that fight, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank just showcased that weight is, it's all about that. So I'm looking forward to the Crawford and Canelo fight because I feel like Bud wants to prove a point. You know what I mean? So it'll be a good fight. Bud just over there a second ago to be pulling in Bud like I know. But Terence Crawford was just over there.
Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya shared a well-known truth from the sport. He said a skilled smaller fighter usually struggles against a strong bigger one. While he respects Crawford's talent, he feels the odds are against him because in boxing size, strength, and toughness often decide the outcome, and
William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar being back in New York over here.
Let's just say Canelo Crawford in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, back Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out.
Top analyst Tapamo Lopez praised Canelo's ring intelligence and physical advantage. He said Crawford is an elite fighter, but facing someone with Canelo's combination of skill, experience, and power is a massive challenge.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yep.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital. So maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way. But I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get.
Canelo Álvarez has a career record that few can rival. He has faced and defeated champions across multiple weight classes and most recently added another title by beating William Skell. Whether every detail is confirmed or not, it doesn't change the fact that Canelo has repeatedly proven himself as a dominant force at 168.
Bud versus Canelo, based on last fight, is a 50-50. So Canelo fights an undisputed champ, up-and-coming former champion, and an up-and-coming undefeated contender. And somehow those three last opponents are somehow compared to Bud's Madrimov fight, making it a 50-50 fight?
That's all for today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for what's coming up next.